watch now as we reveal to you the series' end. It's finally here, I'm afraid
And
to
it's
say.
right through the store.
And then right through this hallway.
Wait, really? But what about Mega Man Legends 3?
We have to talk about that later. For now, let's focus on the now, and we'll get to the future later. So we have all the keys. I've gone back, and I'm going to... There's where all the keys are placed.
Would then be now if we do it later.
Well, why can't we just take them out, Mega Man?
Hi,
And
Data!
as always, Data manages to beat... Yeah,
Data.
as always, Data manages to beat... Oh,
Well, you've made it. You've reached the library, where the carbon reinitialization program is executed
Okay.
from, and where you can
Cool.
stop it.
Wait, the fucking
Destroy the system,
genocide button
It's
is
your
in
choice,
a
Mega
place
Man.
where you
I
read?
can't tell you what to do.
I would
nobody ever reads the manuals.
I would to spend my vacation at
the
the library.
There is no guarantee for how effective such an action will be, but it should impair Mother's
So
reaction
Gats is
time
going to
so
try to stop us so that we can quickly turn off the... So, yeah, Gats is going to hopefully try and stall Sarah long enough for us to turn off the button.
Okay, every time you say Gats, all I can think of is Gantz. That one anime.
It's Geets and Gats, it's weird.
I was thinking of Gas from Invader Sim.
So that said, let's save with Data. The library, where Sarah is waiting for you.
I thought you were going to say where people go to read.
The library contains the genetic code of the humans who built the master. So that's why they call it library. It's actually it's a record of all human genetic form. We had the master's genetic code, but now they're gonna try and start it all up.
Do you obey or do you destroy?
So with that said, this is it. I'm gonna go. Also, actually before we start all this, I'm going to I'm gonna make sure I have all the best equipment I can before we do all this. What?
I just, for some reason, like, okay,
Equipment.
kind
Hello.
of. What I was about to say is, for some reason, I had in my mind when you were saying, okay, but first,
There it
then
is,
my
Kevlar
mind instantly cut to poop break.
By the way, apologies
Break!
about that knock sound.
Padded
That was
arm
me
pellet.
putting down the controller.
Oh, how I wish there was a cutscene of us just leaving the Elysium from the
From the
shutter.
drop
It's just
ship.
it's just flying through space like.
Like zoom in. I would love that.
just play the cutscene of them going to the moon in reverse. It's that bad.
Cool. Let's upgrade. Oh, fudge.
Oh,
That's
let's.
4.5 million now.
This is expensive.
Let's do this.
All right, fight time.
Let's turn off this button.
Honestly,
'Cause
from a
he's
distance,
stalling.
it almost looked like an organ.
Now listen.
Execution of carbon reinitialization program has been paused.
That thing's
been
been
paused.
button, so it just became like,
I love how he clicked that not with the hand that actually has a hand, but with his cannon arm.
that's why I was saying.
Wait, it's been paused.
Why?
We wanted to shut it off.
Oh no.
So remember how I said we were able to fight Sarah on Terra because on the Earth because she was weakened outside of Elysium.
Yes.
Now she's at her full power within Elysium.
Shit.
Oh boy.
This is our home turf now, boy.
And this is her full mechanized suit.
I could have executed the carbon reinitialization program at any time, but I chose not to.
That's stupid.
That's
I see.
considerate of you.
Why didn't you?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because you're dumb?
Unlike you, I cannot act against the system. I can only act within the parameters it defines for me. Indeed, I cannot think of anything beyond the system's limits. That is why I cannot comprehend what could have motivated the Master to attempt to destroy the system. I am jealous of you. You were close to the Master. You understood his thoughts in a way I will never be able to. Unit chose to remove herself from the system, even though she is, like myself, Mother Unit. I cannot do that. I've waited for you, whom the Master loved.
Not going to lie, I kind of felt like she slipped into a
Perhaps
second
by
personality
defeating you.
for a second.
Who was so sympathetic to
There's
the
something in
Master's
there, and
desires.
hopefully we can
I
save it,
encouraged
but
myself
Just-
to be
yeah.
for
as
now
successful
she's
as
trying to
my
kill the
wishes.
world.
Basically, she's just been holding out because, well, she wanted to make this personal.
Come then, Mega Man Trigger.
I'm
Show
not
me
gonna
what a
lie, she sounds a
first-class
lot like
purifier
one of
is
my voice
capable
actress
of.
friends.
Let's do this.
Well, hey, hire her for an eventual Legends 2 dub.
Showtime.
There we go.
Let's do as much
just.
But no, she is not going to be as easily. She's not going to be as easily cheesed as Juno was.
Yeah.
She does not. She does not stay still for long, and she has a lot of different projectiles, like those blue energy rocks that will destroy you. These yellow homing lasers. So jump and hope they don't hit you.
No.
Jump
Yeah,
and pray.
You're getting it wrong. This is Mega Man. They're not homing. They're forming torpedoes.
Dun-dun-dun.
Only in one game.
When it glows red like this, now she increases the gravity, and we have to destroy these things before they touch, otherwise we'll get hurt. And hope for gravity to stop.
You know, it would be a damn shame if we broke all that armor.
And that shockwave will hurt us, so you have to time your jump differently with the heavier gravity. Okay.
So she has so she can affect the gravity, and she has different attacks depending on how the gravity is.
Yeah. Oh, geez, she's a
Hello.
charge too. Yeah, no. Again, we are fighting someone where she can control the entire station.
Is this the same boss she mentioned that if you didn't have the
boy.
best armor, she'd just take you out in 3 hits?
Yes, I would have been dead by now.
You're halfway there.
Well,
already.
it's a good thing you saved up all that money just to get the best
Pretty
armor.
much.
Oh,
But also kind of like similar to Juno, your best bet to dodge a lot of these attacks is to strafe and jump. But here, when gravity gets slowed, you have to time your jump differently. It's definitely tricky, but not the hardest thing this game should toss my way. Just make sure you have the right, just make sure you have the right
More than one
armor.
phase.
What do you think? Juno had more than one face.
For a minute.
You think they wouldn't tone that down for the sequel?
I don't know why. I misheard you by saying that you think you have more than one phase.
No, Mad, no one gets more than one face.
This isn't even
No one.
my final form.
Okay, just strafe. Oh, come on. I thought I could do the up trick. I like the up trick. Where is you? Where are you? Not where is you? Okay, move. Oh gosh, the homing. Okay, the homing.
You know, no, to be fair, everyone has their own second phase. It's called high school.
Dun. Come on. Come on.
Oh boy.
You know, now would be a good time to unleash your picnic basket.
Almost. Okay, got it.
Never
Let's
mind.
wait till the next phase
Okay.
because
Gats is attempting to assist
Yes.
you
No
by
dirt.
invading my internal systems.
that sounds naughty.
I do not understand. A servitor unit such as Gats should be unable to disobey the
But he's working for
system's
Yuna.
commands. Still, a mother unit like myself is superior to a servitor unit. His sabotage attempts are a distraction, nothing more. When last we struggled, you imprisoned me on Terra. Perhaps this time it will be you who is imprisoned.
Don't say that.
Don't make
So,
the fanboys
with that said-
cry.
Don't say that. You'll make James cry.
So with that said, it's time to see what her true form was. The form that all of the Carbons had once called the Goddess of the Sky.
Is it inappropriate?
It is.
Judging from Mega Man's face, probably not.
This is
I see
Sarah's
udders.
ultimate. This is Sarah's ultimate form, Goddess of the Sky.
You know, okay,
Oh.
that's a cool form, but that
Hey.
reveal, all I can think of.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, me or him.
Shall we continue? Your surf.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That
Matt.
reveal, like the slow
Oh,
build
jeez.
up, all I can think of is in Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Necrozma, and his
Eat
amazing
your fucking picnic.
Not yet.
his amazing theme.
First thing I thought when I saw it is, yep. The first thing I thought when I saw it is when the bomb half lit up. I was thinking cow udders.
So watch out for that. Watch out for that laser. It hurts a lot, but it follows a straight path away from her. I have my own laser. Other attacks is she'll
by the way.
start causing meteor strikes. She knows how to freaking cast meteor.
For a moment, I was about to say someone's cooking fish, but no, they're just dropping meteors.
You know, not going to lie, this thing actually looks like it would fit perfectly in the Devil May Cry game.
Oh yeah.
Actually, just real quick, that one attack where she was throwing down the meteors. Hey Matt,
Yeah.
you throw another moon at me, I'm gonna get very angry.
Okay, come on. Yeah, yeah. This is most of the first phase. Just try and jump away from that and allow the laser to go over you. She'll do a giant shockwave that
Logan,
has energy
ow.
attacks. Nope, I have more energy gain to the left. She'll also create a black hole.
Oh boy.
The black hole does not actually hurt you. It will just kind of stall. It will just kind of like
Oh, so
affect your movement.
Oh,
So,
it's,
like
it's a
Smash.
suction.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Except
Ow.
there's no
Ow.
other Mega Man in that black hole.
Nope.
Well, to be fair,
I was talking
Say
more about
that.
the Smash item, but
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That is an item.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Shoot. Move out of the way.
whoa, a little too close to the junk, buddy.
Oh, wait.
I'm stuck.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah. It also it's impossible to fall off this. It's also impossible to fall off of this platform. Don't worry.
That's good. Oh, by the way.
Oh shoot.
Ooh, that ain't good. That ain't good.
Ow,
Now would be a
okay.
good time to eat your picnic basket.
Fine.
Thank
the
you.
picnic lunch.
Yay!
Thank you, Roll. The love that the Carbons have for me has saved me. Oh crap,
Indeed
meteors.
has.
The love cannot
We'll
stop
save you from
meteors.
these meteors.
It cannot stop the meteors, James.
It's overkill much? Devil damn.
But yeah, honestly, as you're seeing here, though, those are all the attacks she
Oh,
has.
boy.
Just kind of be well prepared, try and
It's-
outlast that first phase,
it's not as
and
varied, but
How much is the
but-
PlayStation crying?
And-
In fact,
war of
there you
attrition
go.
done.
Yay!
That's it.
Mama's been spanked.
Mama.
That's it. It's kind of a war of
Just
attrition.
kill the god.
Pretty much.
But I thought that was the mama.
Oh wait, this is actually kind of funny to me.
No,
Listen.
Not the
Wait,
mama.
shh.
Oof. Ooh.
Well,
I beat you.
Whenever the master looked at me,
They should have changed the voice.
I detected a sadness in his eyes. The more I obeyed the system and tried to serve the master, the sadder he seemed.
He didn't want that though.
Now triggered, thanks to you. Perhaps the master will also smile at me as he did at you.
Sarah!
At last, I understand.
Till I
Thank you,
beat you in your
Trigger.
final form.
Thank you.
She's dead.
Sarah! Don't think you're going to get off that easily, Sarah.
Huh?
Hmm?
Oh, she brought Sarah's old body.
You were always too stubborn for your own.
Oh no, actually,
good.
that's not Sarah's old body. That's her body.
That's
We
Yuna's
have a
body.
shell. We can transfer your primary
she's gonna
programs
let
over.
Sarah inhabit that body?
Gats is
Yes.
dead. He died because of your
Aw.
gamble.
Yes, because Sarah's body's
If you die, as
destroyed.
well,
We like wrecked it.
who will be left to keep me company?
So
But wait a minute.
yeah, she was
What-
fooling.
So is it going to be two minds
can't fool me. I
inhabiting
know
one
you can hear
body,
me.
or is she just going to
No.
keep roll?
She's gonna have to hang on to Matilda a little bit longer.
Now that Elysium is
Anyway,
no longer
listen.
functioning, the old system the Master's people shut down has started to react.
Crap!
It was
The
your
old
responsibility.
system on Earth is starting to
You
boot
died,
back
it
up now
takes
that
over
we've
the
shut down
Master's work
Elysium.
was for nothing. Do you want
Which
that?
means all of those old Reaper bots and Reaper dungeons are all about to engage.
Shit.
You mean to say
Wait.
that
There we go. Sarah's in get. There, Sarah's inside now.
the elder system is becoming active again?
The Elder System.
Hey, sis.
There we go.
There are remnants of that system buried all over Terra in what the Carbons call ruins.
The ruins.
There's
all
so
the
many
ruins are
even
about
I
to
don't know
become
how many
active
there
again.
are. I doubt they'll
And
be
they're
fully
going to
active soon, but
ruin
eventually they
everything.
will. If we don't do
Basically.
anything, just
Da,
imagine.
da.
what
And they
will
just
happen
both
to
and
Terra
and if Trigger said that they both look at Trigger,
If the
you can
others
jump
in the
off now.
machines activate, what will your
But I
second
can't.
feel
There's
feel?
invisible walls.
What do you say, Sarah? Are you up for living with the people the Master left behind? Could be a little wild but interesting.
Perhaps it might be worthwhile.
She's our
Can't
friend
remember
now.
The last time
All
All
I
it
saw
took
you
was stopping her
smile,
from
Sarah.
causing the apocalypse.
Yay!
She's okay.
All is
They figure out a
forgiven,
way.
like every damn enemy in any children's show.
That's
I
a
was about to
very
say
good
Double Damon.
point,
It is
Sarah.
basically Xehanort.
Goddamn.
what
Also,
are you doing,
because
man?
all the because Elysium's
We can't
down,
get back to Terra,
the drop
so
pods are
I can't
broken.
give Roll
Mhm.
we're stuck here.
Is that the
Oh, so that's how I
only
got
thing
stuck
you're
up
worried
there.
about?
Yep.
Don't worry, Yuna.
Why?
I know Ro. She'll come looking for us, no matter what happens.
I hope. I really hope so.
I mean, it might take
Meanwhile, back
20
down on Earth.
years.
And that's
Oh, what
that.
a review.
That's Elysium, and that was Mega Man Legends 2.
For the most part,
is.
there is an after credits, obviously.
Yeah, so we'll get
Okay.
there. But so to address the big elephant in the room, yeah, having seen all this, this series ends off in a major cliffhanger, and it ended. It was done.
Yeah.
And we had a couple instances. They wanted to make a Legends 3, and they were so close. I don't want to go into the full details of it, but they were originally going to make this for the 3DS, and this was back when the 3DS had first come out. It was going to be the 3DS's first eShop exclusive title, and
This is back when people actually cared about the 3DS.
and it was so close. They, according to what some press people who I consider to be one of the luckiest people involved with Capcom, at least, it was working. It was in published order, and it's this is one of those weird it's like the freaking I don't know how to explain it. It's like the story of T.J. Cooper or whatever when he jumped off that plane, or Matt, what's the name of those lines in the middle of the desert that look like animals and stuff, but you could only see them if you're hundreds of miles in the sky or hundreds of feet in the sky? It's like some Uztec lines or something.
Yeah, I forgot the exact...
NASA something.
Hold on.
Something lines, but those lines. It's one I like to consider one of those weird mysteries in the video gaming world of this demo was done. It could have been an eShop exclusive, and they would have so much revenue from that being they would have that exclusive for months, and it was ready. What prompted them to cancel it? I genuinely don't know. Again, it's one of those mysteries to me.
Well, I was trying to think, that was around the time when Inafune left Capcom, so I'm guessing, there was some kind of, spat between the two of them, and when Inafune left, he basically took everything Legends-related with him.
By the way, Nazca lines.
Nazca, thank you. I knew it was Naz something, yeah, Nazca lines. But so yeah, it's been set. Inafune himself has said he would love to make a Legends, and I'm sure the fans would like to make a Legends, but Capcom doesn't want to make it. There's this weird three-way war going on, but
the worst part of it being canceled is that not only was the demo functioning, but Capcom lied to fans' faces. They lied. They said that the thing that would decide whether the game would come out or not was the demo, how well the demo did. And they had this...
But we never got that chance.
They had this big workshop thing, and they even said, if you don't partake in the workshop, that's fine. You can sit back and relax. Everything will be fine. And they canceled the demo, canceled the workshop, and blamed the fans.
For a bit, and then they corrected themselves. But yeah, it was this weird thing of... They gave us a chance, but then they took it. Again, it's one of those mysteries. I don't know. From a business standpoint, it made sense for them to launch the demo and get money from it. And it's weird. Anyway, I'm so sorry about talking about the credits with that. We had to address the elephant in the room. We will talk about the game as soon as we watch this last exit cutscene.
Okay, Let's see what this is.
Meanwhile, back on Earth,
we cut to the newest game that's hitting the station. It's Servbot Space Program as opposed to Kerbal. Here goes the Braves 3 Servbots, ready to launch, because they've built a rocket.
We are ready to die for you! Alright, emphasis on the die. What?
4, 3,
Here it goes.
1.
Lift
the
off!
Kickstarter!
Hooray! Hey guys, bad news. We got a word from Capcom. Yeah, what'd they say? Well... Ah! The Servbots!
Party's canceled.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to fill the tank with gas.
That's the 10th time we
What'd you fill it with?
Maybe we should just
Nitrous oxide.
Wow, Diesel's just hanging out with them.
I got all excited when I heard that what's his name, the monkey.
Whoa, the monkey came back with... Data left us!
Yeah, somehow he got back.
He stole this. He stole the dropship from us. But Data's now telling everybody about...
You know what? As far as I'm concerned, maybe he used the dropship, knowing that the battle was about to begin, and well, uses it preemptive.
Looks like they're on the right track.
But yeah, apparently Data is finally talking to everybody and telling them, hey, here are all these blueprints that the ancients used to use. This was called a rocket ship. Anyway, they have the two brightest minds working.
The brightest minds, but
I
not
love
exactly
Data
the
here.
bright.
Unless things can
But
Listen, here, how about this? Pretend that Tron is Capcom, and pretend that Roll is Inafune, and pretend that Data's the fans. And listen.
Just look at how much money we can save.
I think if we modify the fuel injectors like this, it just might solve the problem.
It's really simple, really simple. If you would just listen to me, I could show you. See, look here. You stay out of this, Data.
And that's why Legends 3 is not happening anytime soon.
It doesn't matter. With this new amazing engine I designed.
By the way,
we will have
here's the first time Roll and Tron are on the same screen together.
And as far as we know, the only time.
And they're fighting, but they'll maybe... Oh.
Sorry, Mega Man, but it looks like you might be stuck up there for a little while more.
Yeah.
Looks like we both got our work cut out for us.
Understatement of the freaking decade.
Mm-hmm. Try the fucking century.
I wonder how Mega Man's doing.
No, that's still too small.
We have to get this thing working so we can go get him.
The music's not helping.
It's really not. And that's the end.
And that was our cliffhanger, and that's how it all ended. If I had to say, though, about the game, I think it was a really cool, step up from the previous game. They definitely, between all the different islands, the different bosses, the new look and the platforming for everything, I think they did a great job of, it was definitely a next big ambitious step for the series. What did you think of, real quick, what did you think of it, James?
I personally think, as far as gameplay direction, it definitely went in the right direction. Among being able to move while locking on, and assuming you had it at the time, analog support. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I will say that it is nice. It is pretty cool that you can go to all these other islands, go on these other kinds of adventures. Though I will admit, there is a bit of a charm lost in the fact that everything's all separate now.
Yeah, not all the islands
the original
are
game, where it all took place on one island and one massive dungeon.
Oh yeah, and all the big cities, yeah. So catalogs had a lot to it. Sorry, what were you saying, Hype?
I did want to ask before we get started with the rest of the final thoughts. I know we talked a lot about the whole sad fate of Legends. I'm curious because, and I kind of want your guys' input, and plus I'm too lazy to look it up at the moment. I do know that there was info on what could have been, what story, what they were going to go with, how that apparently there was a new character that was named Barrow and whatnot. What all was all that?
It was some sort of it took place a little bit in the future, and apparently in the demo you did interact with Roll and Tron a little bit, doing some chores, but it apparently, from what I saw, it looked really cool. It was this new... It was going to be the Legends 3. It was going to be I guess the original demo was going to be a prequel of sorts.
Yeah, it was.
Leading, an interquel. And you play this new character, Beryl, who may or may not have been maybe involved with whatever was going on. Who knows? But from what I saw, the combat looked cool. It had more emphasis on action platforming and had a new melee dash grapple system that looked really cool.
The overall gameplay just felt a lot more slicker and smooth than compared to the previous games.
And you can look up footage of this game. It exists somewhere, some demo footage or stuff. But yeah, that's about it, really. I think the music was fine. Everything was great except for that one dungeon and mechanic.
Honestly, I just think the entirety of the Nino Island Nino Island quest was just...
It was so drawn
easily the
out.
weakest part of the game.
Run around, save these two guys. Go to this base. Do a long, drawn out gauntlet for a base to go into a water dungeon. It was so messed up. Matt, what did you think of all this?
It was interesting. I don't know whether this is better or worse than the first game. I remember playing both games when I was much younger, but I couldn't remember much about it. But yeah, it looks fun. If I ever get the chance, I hope to play this. And yeah, I do hope that Legends 3 one day comes out.
You know what? Can I actually add on to Legends 2's my own opinions on Legends 2 real quick? If there's one thing I will say, the model quality I think is sort of a hit and miss to me, because I remember thinking back to the first Legends game and for its time, it did all these really intricate details, how the sprites for the mouth movements were based on the camera shift. Mm-hmm. And I think it was all really damn good back then. Though I feel with this new game, I don't know, it feels like they kind of got worse with it. I don't know. I feel the model quality, sometimes it looks nicer, other times it looks worse.
It also doesn't help that, honestly, if you look at a lot of the character models, if you really look at them, more than half of the characters' mouths don't even move. And like 5 of them are main characters.
Right.
Beryl, Bola, Claymore, the old man running Nino.
You could sort of tell there was some cost cutting with this game compared to the original.
A little bit. It was made in like what, a couple years, I think.
2 years.
2 years.
Well, actually, no, 3 years. 3 years.
Okay. And then Hype. I guess having the 2 playthroughs I've done been like your big introduction. What did you think of the whole Legends duology?
Well, I will say, I'll start off by recapping my thoughts on Legends 2. Like, there is a lot I do appreciate about it. Like, I do appreciate some of the fundamentals that improved upon with the second. Like, I appreciate all the improvements that the second game had, and I do like some of the concepts that they had with it. And again, I appreciate that they actually went out of their way to try to solve as many questions as they did. You know, with the whole thing with Roll's parents, like what exactly the mother lode was, what Mega Man was from, and all that. It's like, it did a lot of things I kind of wanted it to. At the same time, I think in the process of execution, it did get rid of the simplicity and quirkiness that I did appreciate out of the first Legends.
Yeah, this one definitely has a much more serious undertone to everything.
Which is funny because this game still has its quirk in spades. It's just that they really did want to put a bit more of a focus on the more serious aspects.
Yeah, remember when the Bonds were our main villain? The first game.
And actually, that's another problem that I kind of have with Legends 2, and I did mention it. I feel like there really wasn't like a whole lot of focus. It felt like you were just kind of like going back and forth between a lot of things, and it's like, it got to a point where I almost kind of forgot about certain elements, where it's like, oh wait, I forgot about Roll's mother. It's like, oh wait, I forgot that the Bonds were still here. Oh wait, I forgot about these 2 dragony thingies.
It balances a lot of spinning plates on stakes.
Yeah.
Strings. It does a lot of that, and in some places it falls. Like there's mini games that I completely forgot about, like the racing. They did it was again the morality system, which was there and it was functional this time, but didn't only really like ultimately accounts for 2 things, and they're just more optional weapons. So it definitely felt ambitious, and I really that's why I'm really hoping maybe to end on somewhat of a high positive note, looking at how successful the Mega Man Legacy collections has been, looking at the X Legacy, what did they just call it, X Legacy Collection or something?
Yeah, X Legacy Collection.
Yeah, looking at the X Legacy collections and how well those have done, I'm assuming.
And how 11's been doing.
11, looking at the Capcom beat 'em up, looking at how it looks like we're entering this new, I guess you could almost consider it a renaissance, this new generation of like bringing the retro. Well, I mean, but not even that. I mean, like Konami's doing it with Castlevania. You got Insomniac and Naughty Dog, and their other new, and the other companies helping them to bring back Crash and Spyro. I'm hoping we're entering some new like generation where they're starting to bring back the retro stuff. And
to be fair, I think it's kind of obvious that we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hoping maybe they will see this as an opportunity to look back and see some of the places where they did misstep and do something to fix that. Do something to give us closure.
And I do. And you know what? Just talking about that, I do kind of want to use that as a segue to just talk about my thoughts on the series in general. Is that like, I'll start off by saying that like at the end of the day, like for as ambitious as 2 was, and I appreciate what it tried to do, I think I still kind of prefer 1 at the end of the day. But that being said, just the whole Legends trilogy, because I am going to include Trombone as part of that. Just the whole trilogy, I think, is kind of one of the more... I was about to say underappreciated, because there's like a whole lot of them that tend to get more attention. I think Legends is probably the most underappreciated of all the Mega Man stuff, because, we have the classic series, and that's tried and true, and I know a lot of people really like X, but I feel like Legends just has a lot of charm and care put into it that I don't think a lot of people give enough credit for, like with the characters and just all the things it tries to do. And I do agree that it would be nice if they got back to it with, like I mentioned before, like I think the first thing they would need to do is do like a Legends re-release, like whether it's just straight up ports or just go the insane reignited route, which I will say, as much as I would like that, I'm a touch skeptical about that, because my thing with that is that I would love to see like the side of the graphics being like pushed up to the day standards so that it looks so much more like a moving anime and whatnot, and I really would like to see them like, you know, fix a lot of things. However, the thing I have with that is that like a lot of remakes that we've been getting nowadays, sometimes you can make the argument that they're sometimes a little too faithful to the source material, like they'll like overlook certain aspects that could have been improved on if given the chance, and a part of me kind of fears that they might run that gambit of doing that with Legends as well.
I also get the feeling that considering that developing a Legends game is far more expensive than any other Mega Man property, like all the 2D stuff or Battle Network, like
the almost
I don't know
acting.
if Capcom wants to take that chance just yet.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like there has to be some good faith left. People want this, and the worst case scenario, it could be something. I guess there's technically two worst case scenarios. There could be the worst case scenario of Kingdom Hearts 3, where it does come out, and I still liked it, but overall, I mean, I knew going into it, it was not going to meet the hype and the wait and the amount of time that went into waiting on it, and it'll always seem a bit underwhelming. Or it could be the Half-Life 3, where it just never happens, and we just get one little fanfic that a scriptwriter who originally worked on the project made. And we see what could have been.
One more thing, and then I'll let you do your proper exit. Say they do decide to finally cave in and make a Legends 3, do you think they would try to like continue off whatever story they were trying to do with that demo and everything attached to it, or do you think they might actually try to start fresh and come up with like a whole new way of continuing from Legends 2?
I would say to appease the fans, they just go back to the prototype.
I feel like they would, but I feel like at the same time, because Inafune worked on that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely. I think the most he did was just offer up a design for one of the possible leading ladies for that gang that Beryl was a part of. Otherwise, I think he was mostly just like a consultant.
But yeah, I feel like that would be the best way to go about it. I mean, granted, it's also been so long, and we never knew the full story, so they could technically, off of that demo, do whatever the heck they wanted, and as long as they could work it in a nice way, I mean, and if they were able to involve Inafune at some point. To end this off, it should be said that Inafune has gone on the record saying that of all of Mega Man, he created the thing, out of all of Mega Man, his favorite projects involving him have been the Legends series.
I mean,
he genuinely enjoyed the character and the charm just as much as you, and he enjoyed doing more with, at the time, because this was before stuff like Battle Network and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So at the time, this was the most like ambitious and story-driven that the Mega Man franchise has ever seen.
Probably still is.
And it was so experimental, and so yeah. With that said, this has been it. Sorry it took until 2019 to fully get all out. I promise we started recording this in 2018, or I started recording in 2018. But that's it. That's unfortunately Mega Man Legends. I can only now pray that it doesn't come out on 3DS. Because when Mega Man Legends 3 comes out, I want to record it. If it comes out. When it comes out. Switch. There's other things. Just yet. With that said, I hope you all have enjoyed. I'll have some music going on in the background. I hope you all enjoyed our look at of this series. Now, if you have survived this long and you've just been introduced to this series, now you too can join the screaming chorus of people who probably want this to be at least finished.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen.
So, as always, I've been your Captain Lucky Jack 20.
I'm Swabby Jane Van Extreme.
Matt, you gotta come up with some shit to make it fun.
No, Steve goes first.
Okay, Hypo. Oh, that's right. Hypo, you go next.
Okay. Well, I'm Hyper Voice Acting. I am now a fellow Legends fan, and I would like to say that hashtag get Volnut off the moon.
Off the moon. Get me off the moon.
And I'm Ryan J. Koopa, and to finish this off, Volnut, you may be still on the moon, and it might be a long shot, but I think in the end, we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.